What is up, everybody? Sorry, I'm a bit Fuck off. Yo, welcome to part 2 of my Q&A videos, where basically I just answer your questions. Couldn't be more simple than that. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so my first question's from Sam Monahan 96, and he says, are you ever going to compete, or are you just going to stick with the fitness modelling? No, I am definitely going to compete, but probably next year or late on 2013, just because I've got a lot of things coming up soon and I won't have time to put all this prep and effort into a show which will only last one day. So I think when things quieten down a bit, I will start competing, but just not yet, but definitely one day in the future. Jaden O'Neill asks, what is your favourite cheat food? Pizza! Okay, so I can't put a name to this question because I get it asked a lot, but it's, how long do your gym sessions last? I would say, yeah, I mean, it's the same for everything. So legs, shoulders, arms, chest, back, they usually average out between 80 and 100 minutes, so about an hour and a half. My rests between sets are about a minute to 2 minutes because I train with a partner. So I'll do a set, finish, he'll do a set. As soon as he finishes, I jump straight in. So it's pretty hard, it's pretty tough, quite a high intensity session, every session. And same with the reps. People say how many reps you usually do. I do not know. I never know, except for a warm-up set. I go to failure every single time. So say if I'm doing shoulders, I'll press until I can't press anymore, I go to failure every single set. And I always leave the gym in pain, so that's my workout. Hannah Young, she says, when was the first time you started seeing your abs come through? Okay, honestly, as long as I can remember, I've always had a six-pack, and I've got proof, okay? Because I used to tell people when I was 5 years old I had a six-pack and all this, when I was 10 I had a six-pack. People think I'm talking shit all the time. I found a picture of me on my 4th birthday, right? And I don't know if you'll be able to see on the camera well, but oh, you can, nearly. But look at that, I'm a little shredder, man. I had a fucking six-pack on my 4th birthday. So yeah, I mean, I'm just genetically lucky, I guess. I've always had abs. I mean, bulking, cutting, whatever. I've always had them. I've never trained them. They've just been there. I mean, I'm at the end of my bulk now, so this is the fattest I've probably ever been. And I've still got my abs. I mean, look. I'm 12% fat. And they're still probably shining through. So, I don't know, I'm just lucky, I guess. But yeah, since I was a baby, I've had abs. Okay, so another question I can't give a shout out to is, what music genre do you listen to? I get asked this like constantly. Hardstyle, techno, house, trance, drum and bass, dubstep, anything with a high beat per minute, which is electronic and has a sick bass and kick to it, So, anything electronic or with jazz, an uplifting feel to it, and just makes you want to train, that type of shit. I hate indie, I hate pop, anything with like country music and guitars and stuff and jazz, no way. So yeah, I mean that's it, anything that just gets you motivated, really. Okay, Paul Lee asks, when did you start training? Like what age were you when I started? I signed up for the gym when I was 12, but I never used it. So I've been a member there for like 7 years. I started training, well, I called it properly when I was 16, but it wasn't. I would go like 3-4 times a week, and I'd go home and just eat shit. Loads of junk food, and 4 or 5 nights a week I was out drinking. And I did that for about 2 years, and since August 2012? Yeah, August 2012 was when I stopped drinking and started dieting and training harder than ever before. And that's when the results started really showing. So, training since I was like 16, but training properly for bodybuilding since August 2012. Alex Smith If you could ever train with Arnold, what muscle group would you train and why? It would probably be chest or legs. Chest or legs. And why? Chest is my favourite muscle group to work. So if he was pushing me to my absolute limits, I wouldn't be complaining that much for my chest. And legs, if you push me to my absolute limits, it would be quite funny to see me not be able to walk the next day. So yeah, that's probably what I would do. Sarah_let asks, how old are you? I am 71. Okay, so Renegade Star asks me, what's your dream physique? It's a mixture between 3 people for 3 different things. Ziz, Ulysses Jr. and Jeff Side. Firstly, Ziz just looked awesome, man. He was tanned, he had really wide, flat, rounded chest. It was fucking awesome. Everything was in proportion. He just looked awesome, man. He just looked fucking mint. Ulysses, he is genetically a god. You know, everything's yet again in proportion. He's very, very symmetrical. His abs are crazy, and he's borderline bodybuilder / fitness model. You know, he's fucking mint. He looks like a Viking. And Jeff Side, purely for the shreddedness, man. He's just all year round shredded. And you know, if you combine them 3 together, that would be the body I want. You know, between them 3. Alex Blazano. How many calories do you eat when you're bulking? I think it was 8. Yeah, I think it's about 8 calories a day. Something like that. And the last question I'm going to do is from Jamie Alexander. And he says, what have you got coming up for us in 2014? Wait and see. Okay, so that's the end of that. If I haven't answered your question, don't worry, because I'm going to do a lot more of these, so I should get around to getting to everybody. But until then, just keep training hard, keep dieting well, and just be a fucking sick cunt, man. Enjoy your life and keep that beast mode switch on. But yeah, until next time, peace.